I'm going to reference Common on this line. He had a line where he said, opportunity knocks, but he didn't call before he came. Opportunity knocks, but he didn't call before he came. He didn't tell you, yo, I'm going to be there at 3 o'clock, so open that door of opportunity, and you're just like, okay, I'll just wait here. Like, you got to be open-minded 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, like, he opened that, he saw Lakewood, he had to go to Lakewood to the office and see what was up. He had to be hustling and cutting hair so that the guy would see his artwork, and then he would go to Pratt. And that guy actually had to come back 4 times, but eventually he went over there, you know? So, always keep open-minded on that. And that brings us to, like, I want to talk about, because we're on the subject of sort of growing up, peers and your friends that you were growing up with at the time, right? You know, there's always people that you look at and you're like, yo, that dude's gonna make it. I just know, you know, I could look into the crystal ball and see that this dude is gonna be a millionaire when he grows up. Or you could look at it on the other side, on the flip side, and be like, that dude's messed up and he's gonna stay messed up, you know, like, and I think I want to talk a little bit about, like, because obviously all three of you made it. When you were looking at your peers, what did you see in terms of characteristics and traits of those who made it and those who didn't make it? Mark, maybe you start with this one.
The number one thing that that you could do for yourself that no one could do for you in life, not your mother, not your father, not the person that you're in love with or who's loving you, can do for you, is to believe in yourself. And I know that sounds very kind of a little maybe corny, but you see something in someone when they believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Not at the expense of others. Not like, I'm not saying being arrogant and being cocky at the expense of your own, you know, at the expense of reality. But that daringness to believe in yourself, even if it means that you're going to fail. And the ones that I was able to detect would be successful weren't the ones who were necessarily top of the class, right? Those are folks that, nothing to take away from them, because there's some folks that at least the people at the top of my class when I graduated high school, they were good test takers.
Right.
It was the people that weren't afraid to fail, right? The ones that weren't afraid to raise their hand and say something really stupid or unpopular or a little